All right, Revival Outdoorsman here. I got a special treat for us tonight. I'm usually on the water, and I'm usually in the woods or outside. Tonight, I wanted to show you something that's kind of real neat to me. My grandfather passed several years ago. The one who really showed me a lot about the outdoors and showed me about what life was all about, and how hard work will get you somewhere, and why you're at it. Get in the outdoors and see what life's about, and see what God's creation can do. Anyway, this was kind of a neat deal. It's been in my basement. The tackle box has been in my basement, and I have not went through it. And tonight, me and my son are going to go through some of the stuff, and it is a mess, and it is probably from 1980, and some may be a little bit earlier than that. And he had what some people may call a throw box. He didn't bass fish. Well, I take that back. It may have been a bass, but he just wanted to catch something big, and he fished a lot of the Chattahoochee River. And I kind of picked up on that and went through the river and system and learned about fishing in general. And then later on, I started bass fishing. But I just wanted to go through the tackle box and kind of give everybody a neat video on what things look like in the past. But anyway, I have my son here. He's gonna say, "Hey, Mason."
Hi.
All right, let me see if I can get this turned around here. And there we go. All right, so kind of just a few things that we had. First of all, let me show you how organized people were in the 80s when they just, that's the wrong side. But anyway, I'm not sure what even this bait is. It looks like you could actually screw the hooks on and off and put new treble hooks on. I thought that was a pretty neat deal. I don't see a name on it.
It may be like a Rapala where they like twitch.
I don't know. No, it's a crankbait. It's a crankbait, but I don't know exactly. I don't see a name. I don't see a brand on there or anything, but I thought it was pretty cool.
How would dive without the building?
You know what? I don't know. It's kind of heavy. It's not super heavy. This may have been somewhat of a top water.
You could like work it, stop, work it.
Yeah,
stop,
I don't know. It's kind of weird. This was kind of an odd deal. It kind of looks like a cheap crankbait, like a rattle trap, but it's a little odd. As you can see, that was the old Bass Pro Shop logo. I don't know what this is right here. That's a weird deal right there. I guess a spoon. And it just kind of like a flutter spoon, but it basically rocked back and forth.
Probably like drag that in rocks.
I don't know. You wouldn't want to drag that in rocks. This right here was a neat. It looks to be a homemade jig. It looks to be a homemade. As you can see, it was for hybrids and stripers and stuff coming out of the river here in Georgia. But just a neat deal. But for whatever reason, that was probably made in the 80s. Kind of a neat deal. This was really neat. I don't know if he fished this, but it's like a map. But I've never seen one that small. We've got some other, this is what some jig heads look back. This probably would have been your old school shaky head, so to speak. And I don't even remember them making jig heads that big back in the 80s, 90s, early 90s maybe. But and look at this is a rooster tail. This has got to be the biggest rooster tail.
Like that's it compared to like a
I've never
rooster tail.
I've never seen a rooster tail that big in all my life. Like I said, this is made for fishing hybrid stripers in the Chattahoochee River.
Looks like old jigging spoon.
It looks like a chicken. You can take that one spoon off or use it as a spoon. But
throw that on a bait caster.
yeah, you can definitely throw that on a bait caster. So some of the other stuff. Let's see if we can.
I may try that next time I go to it out.
What was cool, or not cool, but interesting to see, my grandfather may have not been the most organized, but what was real neat to see was my grandfather had what you would call a throw box, and I think everybody back in years past would just, you might find a bolt in here that come off the back of a boat or something, and it's just anything and everything. These hooks were really big for just fishing for hybrids and stripers or big catfish. I mean, it wasn't. This was something I remember. This is kind of cool. This is called a howl fly, and it's kind of like it's real soft plastic, like a gummy or something right there in the middle. But these were used to catch whites and white bass out of the Chattahoochee River. And I remember fishing with these when I was 9, 10, 11 years old and catching white bass. I don't even know if they make these anymore. I'm sure they do somewhere. I'm sure, but it's missing a little bit of the hair on the back, or the little fabric on the back, what have you. But that was called a howl fly, and they come in different colors. They come in reds and greens and different colors, but that right there to catch white bass was a absolute killer.
Okay, this right here too.
Let's see. Oh yeah, now this was a little neat thing, and I don't know if it was for trout. I don't know, but as you can see,
I'm sure you can probably catch anything and everything.
well, the treble hooks are small. It was for like trout, but it was just the tiniest little spoon I believe I've ever seen. I wish I had something in comparison to, but well, this is, if you can see, this is a map, and you can see just the blade on that map, just a normal size map, and just a small little spoon. That's really cool. I don't know what, various things. He fished anywhere and everywhere for anything and everything. He was an absolute outdoorsman. He just loved fishing. What do we got here? Look at this, man.
Look at the blades.
Yes, they're rigid, I guess, to when they're coming through there. I don't know the age of any of this stuff, but anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see, but anyway, just wanted to show you guys some cool stuff from the 80s, early 90s, maybe even late 70s, and it'd be cool. I'm gonna do some more research to find this out and figure out what this bad boy is and what it's for and who made it. Anyway, thanks for coming along, Revival Outdoorsman.